Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We're back together again. Yay! So, no more of those Zoom readings or alone readings.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we reading from today?
Canto 4, Chapter 20, Text 31.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Text 31. My Lord, due to your illusory energy, all living beings in this material world have forgotten their real constitutional position, and out of ignorance they are always desirous of material happiness in the form of society, friendship and love. Therefore, please do not ask me to take some material benefits from you, but as a father not waiting for the son's demands, does everything for the benefit of the son, please bestow upon me whatever you think best for me. Quite a prayer. So, yeah, nice. I'll read the purport. It is the duty of the son to depend upon his father without asking anything from him. The good son has faith that the father knows best how to benefit him. Similarly, a pure devotee does not ask anything from the Lord for material benefit, nor does he ask anything for spiritual benefit. The pure devotee is fully surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Lord, and the Lord takes charge of him, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text 66. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. That's it. A father knows the necessities of the son and supplies them, and the Supreme Lord knows the necessities of the living entities and supplies them sumptuously. Therefore, the Ishopanishad states that everything in this material world is complete, purnam idam. The difficulty is that due to forgetfulness, the living entity creates unnecessary demands and entangles themselves in material activities. The result is that there is no end to material activities, life after life. Nice point about the son not having to concern themselves with their necessities, and that, you know, the like a good father, as it were, takes care, you know. And there's no, and I was thinking when I was reading that about my own childhood, that's exactly how it was, you know. There was never any thought of, I need this, I want that. Sometimes we did think that, me and my brothers, or brother, the one that was nearest to my age, but that was more, I want this toy, I want that, you know. It wasn't a need. There was never any lacking of food, clothing, shelter, security. I'll be honest, there wasn't. So I was just remembering that when I was reading that, and that's quite, but it's sad because not everyone has that, and we shouldn't assume that is something that's taken
for granted.
Yeah, that is there as well. Especially as we're going more into Kali Yuga, and that is quite, kids just happen as a byproduct, you know. And that's quite sad. But that's what I got from it, that it was there was no need to ask, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that, and that's very powerful, really intense when you think that a lot of people just don't have the basic things in this world, like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But here it says that they've forgotten their real constitutional position, so they don't remember about their eternal connectedness with Krishna, and therefore, because of that ignorance, we desire material happiness in the form of society, friendship and love. And this is interesting. I was just thinking earlier again about how important a social framework is, and how Srila Prabhupada started the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, which implies social. It implies that there is some sort of social structure. So we have to be careful that we don't think that, spiritual advancement means that I'm not interested in having any society or any friendship or any love. Do you understand? It can be very easily confused that, these things are Maya, even inside of a devotee community. But that's absolutely not correct. It is absolutely not correct. We want society, Varnashram society. Prabhupada said again, that this is something he's yet to finish. Friendship is vital. It's vital to develop friendships in Krishna consciousness and develop relationships. In the spiritual world, everything is based on rasa and relationships. And of course, everything is based on love, but pure love. So it's not that we just look for, I need this social structure, like I need to join a gang or a group or a community, a chess bingo, or even like selling drugs or rap or or heavy metal gang or whatever it is, biker gang. We want a golfing club, that kind of thing. And then we develop friends, because all of these things are the perverted reflections of the original. But because we've forgotten our connection with Krishna, we seek the same things out in material life on the mundane level. That's what kind of struck me. And I did like also that point that you mentioned, just that, we could be desirous for certain things and want to ask for them from Krishna, but it's better that we just trust that Krishna is like a good father and he's going to provide everything we need. There's no need to go to him and, as Prabhupada would often quote, beg for our daily bread. Kind of thing. He'll provide everything we need. So very nice. Okay, the next, should I just read all those?
Yeah, because they're just
short paragraphs. So, continuing in the same verse in the purport. Before us there are varieties of living entities, and everyone is entangled in transmigrations and activities. Our duty is simply to surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead and let Him take charge, for He knows what is good for us. Prithu Maharaj therefore tells the Lord that as the Supreme Father, He may elect to bestow whatever He considers beneficial for Prithu Maharaj as a high level of trust, faith. That is the perfect position of the living entity. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us in his Shikshastik, Na danam na janam na sundaram kabatam va jagadishikam ye mama janami janami ishware bhavatad bhakti rahoitu ki twai. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire to enjoy beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causes, devotional service in my life, birth after birth. The conclusion is that the pure devotee should not aspire after any material benefit from devotional service, nor should he be enamored by fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. He should always be engaged favorably in the service of the Lord. That is the highest perfection of life. Wonderful, wonderful verse. So, I guess many things that could be said, but what really stands out for me is the Shikshastakam verse, Nadanam Najanam Nasundaram. And one senior devotee was describing in a talk how there was a kind of well-known yogi or mendicant in Vrindavan many years ago, and he heard this verse quoted, and he thought, okay, Nadanam, Najanam, Nasundaram, I have no desire for wealth, no desire for beautiful persons, Nasundaram, no desire for followers, but Mama Janami Ishware, that I'm willing to take birth again and again and again. Really? No way. That's too much. So it's interesting because for most of us, we're like, no Danam, not Janam, not Sundaram. Oh my God, none of those things. And I think it was former Ekalavya Prabhu, now is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Maharaj. He said that when he read that verse, that's what convinced him that the Hare Krishna movement was serious business. When he saw that I don't want, fame, I don't want followers, I don't want, to enjoy with the opposite sex or like that, and then that I'm willing to take birth again and again just in the mood of service. He thought, this is so selfless. So, yeah, very powerful.
Interesting. Text 32. The great sage Maitreya continued by saying that the Lord, the seer of the universe, after hearing Prithu Maharaj's prayer, addressed the king. My dear king, may you always be blessed by engaging in my devotional service. Only by such purity of purpose as you yourself very intelligently express, can one cross over the insurmountable illusory energy of Maya. Purport. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, wherein the Lord claims that the illusory energy is insurmountable. No one can transcend the illusory energy of Maya by fruit of activity, speculative philosophy, or mystic yoga. The only means for transcending illusory energy is devotional service, as the Lord himself states, Mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam taranti de. Bhagavad Gita 7:14. If one wants to cross over the ocean of material existence, there is no alternative than to take to devotional service. A devotee therefore should not care for any material position, whether in heaven or in hell. A pure devotee should always engage in the service of the Lord, for that is his real occupation. Simply by sticking to that position, one can overcome the stringent laws of material nature. It's interesting. Somehow what came to my mind was like when sometimes as devotees you can detach yourself from devotees or service, and for whatever reason, but from what I've heard Prabhupada say, it's not a good thing. You can actually, to not have the sangha of some devotees, it doesn't have to be tens of millions or whatever, and to not be somehow connected in service, it's actually very detrimental, because as it's saying here, there is no other way to cross over the material existence. And I know it's a scary way, but you can't do it alone, as it were. Or if you think you can, it's like it's going to be very small baby steps with some waves could definitely come and get you. And it's interesting, like even this couple, nearly 4 weeks I was here all alone in New York. And then because of that, I was only going to the temple in the morning when I had my DT services, so 2 days a week, and then Sunday program. And it's interesting to go back to go to the temple and be in the atmosphere. It was felt uplifting and safe and nice, and so then it was nice. It was like, this is a nice feeling and nice to be here. I just didn't want to risk my life at 4:30 in the morning in New York to do that on the other days, but it made me sort of think, in whatever capacity you, as you get older or whatever, as life changes, to be connected. It doesn't have to be, I gotta be there 7 days a week, I gotta do this, but to be able to have some connection with temple or groups or devotees where you can meet, because entering into that energy, definitely you can feel it, and it makes a difference. And I definitely felt that.
Sadhu Sangha. Okay, maybe we call it a day on that one.
Okay.
And we'll pick up next time, I think. I know you just did 32, right?
Yeah, it's
So next is
33 next time.
All right, thank you all very, very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Grant to our Srimad Bhagavatam ki.
Yeah.
Okay.